So we all are here today, and also in Houston after a long time. We're having this kind of program, and I'm seeing all devotees here in this house of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And thanks to Haripriya and Sachin Prabhu for hosting this program. And to all of you also coming from so far. Subal Prabhu came from so far.
Yes.
Why we all are here? That's the question. Huh? To see me. We all are here to see each other, but for a very specific purpose. There's something which we cannot buy in Costco or in Walmart. There's no section there which says bhakti can be purchased in wholesale. So Krishna bhakti ras bhavita mati kriyatam yati kotopalabhe tatra lolyam moolam ekam janma koti sukrita labhe. This verse explains we cannot buy, we cannot purchase what? The association, bhakti, from the association of those pure devotees who are totally immersed in Krishna. Totally immersed, day and night. I used to see my Gurudev, how day and night he's just chanting, speaking to people about topics of Krishna, reading, meditating, and just day and night. I've seen personally. So, we cannot buy this at any store. We can only get this in the association of devotees. Because Bhakta Sanjatya Bhaktaya. Bhakti can only be purchased, or I can say, we can only get bhakti from bhaktas, from devotees. We cannot get bhakti from Bhagavan. No. Therefore, everyone is running after him. But I'm now coming to a very deep point. Why we all go to Mandir? Honestly saying, not to see him, but for our purpose. Something we want from him, we expect from him. And whenever there is expectation, that is not called pure love. Moment the expectations are there. So when I am saying pure love, I refer to the spiritual love, not human love. Because there is always expectation in human love. Spiritual love. We see the love of Sita ji and Ram ji. The love of Radha and Krishna. That's called pure love. Where there is no expectations. Where there is no conditions in that love. That love is called unconditional love. No terms and conditions applicable there. This beyond all terms and beyond all conditions. That's why it is known as ahetuki prem, without any condition. So, the journey from material world, living in a material love, and understanding about the spiritual realities, and to get entrance to their spiritual realities, to feel the experience of those spiritual love, we need to know but so much philosophical aspect of what is the meaning of pure love, which is unconditional in nature. So when we hear any pastimes of Bhagwan Sitaram or Radha Krishna, because we are humans, we try to relate their love with what I understand about the term or the definition of love in this material world. I try to relate immediately like this. Whereas this is not the fact and this is not true. This material world is perverted form of spiritual world. For example, if me and Vijay Prabhu, we used to go walk every morning. And by chance, if we see any stranger and if we ask the person, hey, excuse me, who am I? कोई ऐसा बोलेगा तो क्या बोलेंगे? You are crazy. Can we ask this question to any stranger? Who am I? You are strange. You are crazy. Off. But this question in spiritual world has so much gravity. It's priceless. This question, and spirituality starts from this point. Who am I? When we approach a sadhu with this question, the sadhu prays that question, because we know everything about myself, but I don't know who am I. I am a soul. So the soul concept means spirit, and from spirit the word comes spiritual. So all learning, all philosophy starts from this platform. I was here in Houston, someone's house, and after my class, one gentleman came and said, why we have so many religions in the world? I said, there is not so many religions in the world. There is one religion of the soul. He said, no, but we hear about Muslims, Christianity, Buddhism, etc. I said, that's not religion, that's beliefs. They are different beliefs. Because Christian soul is not different, Muslim soul is not different, Hindu soul is not different. It's all same soul, and religion of the soul is only love. There is no other religion of every soul. Only love. But what kind of love? That love which is unconditional. So, when we go temple, we go for some reason. I go with reason. I don't go without any reason. If I am in difficulty, if I have some problem, or I want some prosperity, so let's go Bhagwan ka mandir. That means there is condition. There is a condition to approach him. Even though he fulfill all desires. Akamo sarv kamo va moksha kam udari. But he is waiting for the devotee come, and any devotee come and want to see me with that unconditional love. I am going to Radha Govindji Mandir to see how beautiful is decorated, the new outfit. Let me go and just see him, to adore his beauty. So if you go with this reason, this is counted in that section of unconditional love. But if I am going with some reason, that will be counted in the section of conditional love. And what's the benefit of that conditional love, that reasoning? That my desire get fulfilled, but he gets step back. Because he is very possessive in his nature. Krishna wants 100%. Little deviation, he don't like that. Because he is very possessive. And because he is very possessive for his devotees, he can do anything for his devotees. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said, I am equal to everyone. Samoham sarvoteshu name doshti asti name priya. I am equal to everyone. I am not enemy to anyone, I am not friendly to anyone. Equally, I treat everyone equally. But the second line, he expressed, Je bhajantu mam bhaktaya. But those who worship me, I am little inclined towards them. And that's natural. Because my devotees, they love me. And I have to reciprocate with them. Ye yatha mam pravadam. That's also promise of Krishna. I have to reciprocate with them. I cannot leave them. I cannot count them equally as the others, because they unconditionally love me. So it's my duty also to reciprocate them unconditionally. So what they develop with me and what I reciprocate with them is that love, not on any other basis, but just on the platform of that love. Therefore, if everyone is running after Bhagwan, but we have to understand his nature, he is also running after someone. Aham bhakta paradhina. Krishna says, I am, even though independent Supreme Lord, but I am dependent on my devotees. I am dependent on them. I am not independent. This is the words of Krishna, Bhagavatam. And therefore, anubrajameham nityam puyatenu anrubi. I run after my devotees to get their foot dust on my head. Amazing. Devotees run after Krishna to get his foot dust on their heads. But Krishna said, no, I run after them because they have controlled me with their love. And only thing which can control me is love. No one can control me with their riches, with their beauty, or with opulence or whatever, with their knowledge. Because I am the embodiment of all this. Who can be more beautiful than me? Who can be more beautiful than Krishna? Our beauty, when we are teenagers, we are very beautiful. But after 50, 60, decline. कोई देखता भी नहीं. But the beauty of Krishna is Asma Ordam Ananya Siddhim is always growing, each and every moment, never declines. Why? If someone asks why question, because his body is not made of these material elements as our body. His body is Satchit Ananda. Satchit Ananda is transcendental. Therefore, his dealings are also transcendental. Therefore, his reciprocation is also transcendental. And his nature is also transcendental. Which confuse Moyanti Surya, which even confuses the demigods to understand why he is doing this, what is doing this. Running after devotees. Krishna runs after devotees, take their foot dust on his head. Say, मैं पवित्र हो गया, I got purified. Why it is so? So this was only introduction. Now the story starts. If we ask any person visiting temple, please, no offense to anyone, but there is some difference between anyone who's familiar with the philosophy and one who's not familiar with the philosophy. I was also, prior to I joined Krishna consciousness, like Hindu temple, we used to go with my parents and they used to take me, and criteria all same everywhere. ये बड़े हैं, Bhagwan is great, but all others are humans. Even devotees are humans. But today I am going to say something from the scriptures, which are our law books. You all have heard the story of Narsimha Bhagwan, है ना? Pillar में से निकले ना? Narsimha Bhagwan appeared from pillar, and he killed a great demon in Satyuga. कौन सा demon? Hiranyakashipu. Around this time, dusk. When he killed him, all demigods showered flowers on him and glorified him. Aho Balam, your great strength, great strength. But everyone was scared to approach him because at that moment Narsimha Bhagwan was very angry, ferocious. Why? Why ferocious? Not because to fight with Hiranyakashipu, but to see how he troubled my devotees so much, harassed my devotees so much. So Prabhu, if you are so much concerned about your devotee, What devotee I'm speaking about? Then why you didn't came the very first day when Hiranyakashipu just ordered his servants to kill him? क्यों नहीं आ गए आप? Why you delayed so much? For so many days he was tolerating those torments of anger of Hiranyakashipu. Why not? And other times you are showing you always come in quick. You always in hurry. To save Draupadi, to get disrobed in the assembly, did Krishna delay? Immediately, without a fraction of second, he just jumped. And what he was trying to do, he was just took this morsel of food and was just about touching his lips. It was very delicious, and he Draupadi raised her arm, saying, "Oh Govind Rakho Laj, ab to Jeevan hari. Krishna, please protect me." And immediately Krishna saw that, and he jumped on Garuda and came to save, protect Draupadi. Was in hurry. Then other example we see Gajendra, that elephant, who was in danger, very distressed, was about to die, drowning in that lake. But immediately Krishna Lord came to protect him. So it is seen, Prabhu, sometimes you run so fast, because more than speed of mind to save your devotees. But what happened to you? In that example of Prahlad, why you delayed so much? Everything has reasoning. When Krishna ran to save Draupadi, and especially the elephant Gajendra, Rupa Goswami writing a shloka in Padyavali saying, "Today I am not paying obeisances to Krishna, but I am paying obeisance to his Jaldabaji." Jaldabaji matlab?
Hastiness.
His hastiness. Not to Krishna, but to his hastiness. But why you delayed in Prahlad? Any answer please from audience? Rajji? Sonu Prabhuji? Why you delayed?
For Prahlad to perfect the memorization of Krishna.
Sorry?
So that Prahlad could perfect his memorization of Krishna.
He was already perfect. He don't need perfection.
But to make that forgot.
No.
Prahlad was praying to forgive his father.
Prahlad, no.
Maybe to see the patience of
No.
Glorified.
Because Bhagwan intentionally delayed so that whole world can see the glories of my devotee. Otherwise, if Nrsimha Bhavan would have come the very first day, how the whole world will understand that no harm can come to my devotee, even though his own father was against him. To spread the glories of Prahlad, Bhagwan delayed. But anyway, demigods were so terrified seeing the form of Nrsimha Bhagwan. They were not even approaching near to him, because he was roaring so loudly. But then Prahlad Maharaj came very near to him without any hesitation and fear. Why? Demigods asked this question to Prahlad. We are so fearful going near to him because he is roaring like he will eat us. And you have no fear, why? Prahlad Maharaj said, because you all seeing his face, and I'm only seeing his lotus feet. I'm not even seeing his face. He is my object of worship, and my meditation is just his lotus feet. And the lotus feet of the Lord is giving what? Abhay, fearlessness. Bhaj hure man, Shinand Nandan, Abhay Charanar Vindare. And with this we can get one lesson. When we approaching Lord to see him, we just first of all go and see his face. But how we have to start? First of all, Charunar Vindare. Lotus feet. Why? Koti Chandra Sushitala. The lotus feet of the Lord is compared to as soothing as million of moons. Everyone wants lotus feet. सब जगह तो चरणार विंद चरण चाहिए. No one's approach saying, I want your face. Everyone say, I want your lotus feet. Devotion to your lotus feet. So that's the speciality. Anyway, Nrsimha Bhagwan made Prahlad sit on his lap. And he's leaking because he's half lion. And showing so much affection, leaking him. But Prahladji also, sitting on the lap of Nrsimha Bhagwan, was so happy. More blissful than Nrsimha Bhagwan. This made Nrsimha Bhagwan feel so restless. What is that present in Prahlad which is not present in me? I am Lord, I am Bhagwan. I am enjoyer. I enjoy everything. But what is that which is in Prahlad? What he is enjoying by sitting on my lap, I cannot enjoy that. What is that? So that made a curiosity in Bhagwan. I also want to enjoy what is present in Prahlad. And Prahlad is taking me as his father and is my son, but I have no father. Who's father of Nrsimha Bhagwan? Pillar. He appeared from pillar. He never sat on the lap of his father. So how he would come to know this? So Nrsimha Bhagwan developed this greed. Why we have greeds? We have so many greeds, right? Every day we have multiple of greeds. Because we are part and parcel of Lord. So whatever he has, we also have, but in a perverted form. He has greed in a pure form, but that is perverted in impure form, and we have greed for many other things. Also Bhagwan, less of him, more of other things. So that become imbalance in our lifestyle. There's no harm in greed, but it has to be balanced. So Bhagwan also developed this greed. I also want to relish and taste what Prahlad is tasting because I have no father. Oh, in my next incarnation, I want to sit on the lap of my father and also want to relish and taste as he is tasting, Prahlad being my devotee. You see, who is superior here? Seems like Bhagwan is superior. But Prahladji is more superior than Bhagwan because what he is tasting as Bhagwan is object of worship called Vishya Vigraha. And Prahladji is shelter of worship. The term is Ashra Vigraha, devotee section. अच्छा समझ रहे? He's devotee. So object of worship get greedy to also taste what shelter of worship is tasting. That's the beauty of this pastime. So therefore Bhagwan thought, next time, he's thinking that next time I want to also sit on the lap of my father. And therefore, this pastime of Prahlad Maharaj Nrsimha Bhagwan happened in Satyuga, and after that came Treta Yuga. And Lord appeared as Ram. Shri Ramachandra Kripal Bhajan. सबको आता है सिर्फ मेरे को ही नहीं आता. Everyone knows this except me. So Bhagwan Ram, and he had affection. He tasted affection from three mothers: Mother Kaushalya, Mother Kakai, and Mother Sumitra. And so fond. Dasharatha Maharaj was so fond of Ram. Day and night just playing with the four boys, but more affectionate towards Ram. And day and night he is chanting Ram, 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 Ram. Playing with the four boys. But making Ram sitting on his lap and patting on him. So much love. So the greed of Nrsimha Bhagwan was fulfilled in the pastime of Ram, sitting on the lap of his father and he's tasting that affection. Being son, tasting that. But Lord Ram also had so many friends. Those friends, even though playing with Ram, Ramji is thinking, oh, I'm not tasting what I'm supposed to taste. Now what happened? Some lacking is there. What is that? Ramji don't like this, that I'm playing with my friends and they always think I'm a prince. They always have a very reverential mood towards you. Very on reverence. There is no intimacy. Very formal. If they are playing with a ball and they throw a ball saying that, okay, let's go. Who get this ball first? So with any of the friend of Ram running to get the ball and Ramji is left behind, they stop. No, I should not go because Ram is prince. We should go. I cannot win over him. Ramji is not happy with this. Arey Baba, intimacy nahi hai. I'm not happy with these friends. There is so much distance. Very formal. And friendship means informal. Intimacy. So that I can jump on them and they can jump on me. So again a greed developed in Bhagavan. A greed developed in Bhagavan Ram. What is that greed? I want intimate friends. Sakha. Intimate sakhas. Not that distance ones. Bhagavan Ram Maryada Purushottam. Complete Maryada. Supreme Lord. But still, some lacking is there in that pastime. Because every time, in all the pastime, he is having a distance with his devotees. Everyone just want to touch his feet. There is no one to jump on his shoulder. पहले भगवान खाएंगे फिर मैं खाऊंगा. Richa Devi, if you cook for your Bhagwan ji, no, just one example. If you cook for Bhagwan ji, can you taste before offering him? यही बात है. This is what I want to explain today. This is what he don't like. Why? ऐश्वर्य शिथिल प्रेम नाही मोर प्रीत. सकल जगत करे मोर वैधि भक्ति ते प्रजभाव पाइते नारी शक्ति. ऐश्वर्य ज्ञान ते सकल जगत मिश्रित. ऐश्वर्य शिथिल प्रेम नाही मोर प्रीत. क्या मतलब? This is Bengali. Everyone, Bhagwan is saying, everyone worship me with so much reverence, with so much formality. And when it is like this, when it is dominating the reverence mood, then Shithil more preet. Shithil means, क्या बोलते हैं? हाँ? Loose. My preet, my love get loose there, faded there. Because they're only thinking I'm Lord, but they are not developing any relationship with me. But I'm more into developing relationship. As they can take me as their son, they can take me as their friend, and they can take me as beloved. Priyatam. I'm more happy with relationships. That's why Bhagwan Ram was not happy. And he developed a greed that I want friends who can be very intimate to me. So, even though he has Vibhishan as his friend, Sugriv as his friend, and many others, Nishad Raj, his friend, but how they were treating Ram? Bhagwan. Tumeva mata cha pita tumeva bandhu cha sakha tumeva. हम बोलते हैं ना सब? We pray like this, but there's so much lies in this, right? There's so much lies. See what is the meaning? Tomeva mata cha pita tomeva. अच्छा, थोड़ा हिंदी है. तुम ही माता हो, तुम ही पिता हो, लेकिन घर में भी एक माँ है, घर में भी एक पिता है. तो लड़ाई किसकी है? ही और भी की. मंदिर में जाकर बोले तुम ही हो, और घर आके बोलते हैं नहीं हमारे माता पिता भी तो है, ये भी है. Understand? कितना झूठ बोलते हैं हम. तुम ही हो. वहां जाकर बोलना चाहिए तुम आप भी हो, तुम भी हो, घर में भी है, लेकिन वहां जाकर बोलते हैं तुम ही हो. भगवान इसी समय हंसते हैं. अच्छा बेटा मेरे सामने झूठ. तुम्हारे कितने सखा हैं और आकर बोलते हैं मैं ही सखा हूँ. You have so many friends and you are coming here in the temple and claiming that you are only my friend. Lies. बस उसी समय वो समझ जाते हैं. So Shri Ram, even though has so many friends, Vibhishan and all, but there's so much respect. But Ramji wants something more than that. So a dream developed in him. I want intimate friends. His desire got fulfilled in Dwapar Yuga when Krishna came. And the nature of the friends of Krishna, there are two categories. One Sakha is Arjun. Arjun is the best Sakha of Krishna. That Krishna became his driver. It's not that easy and simple. We are just saying, and I'm saying you all hearing. But imagine a personality who is worshipped by 33 million demigods, and who is the cause of all causes, and million of universes emanate from his breath. Not only from him, but his expansion. Million and billion of universes. And he is acting as, he is driving the chariot of Arjun. Parth Sarthi. महिमा कम हो गई? No. Very close friend. Arjun used to give orders to Krishna. Keshav, can you take, no, not can you. Keshav, take my chariot there. Keshav, take my chariot there. Keshav, take my chariot there. Drive my chariot here and there, all directions. He's ordering. And Krishna used to massage the feet of the horses of Arjun. So that dear and near. So although in our society also we have many friends, say 10 friends, but we can't share our heart to each and every one. And amongst 10 there are one or two very intimate, to whom we can share our family things, etc. Arjun is the best friend. But moment Krishna said, I am the Lord of everyone. Aham sarvasva prabhu vatta sarvam pravartate. I am the Lord of everyone and everything emanates from me. And what he showed is universal form. He is the only one who showed this. No one else. If he is saying, I am the Lord of everyone, I am the cause of all causes, he is proving this. Universal form. And by saying this, what happened? Arjun folded his hands. Oh my goodness. I was addressing him as my Sakha, my friend. He is Bhagwan. बस प्रेम का समाप्त हो गया. The love faded there. His prem faded there. Because now he's folding hands and start praying to Krishna. Krishna said, "Rat teri to." I was so happy before. He was sleeping because Krishna and Arjun used to sleep on the same bed, eating together. But moment Arjun saw this, he folded hands. There's so much reverence now. Krishna said, "This is what I don't like. Just don't keep me distant, saying, "Oh, you are Bhagwan, just sit in your temple, I'm happy in my home." I want you to take me in your home. I'm greedy to accept your loving services. I'm greedy for that. Just don't create a distance between me and you. I don't want that distance. I'm not happy with its distance. I want intimate relationship as you have with your son, with your wife, your husband, etc. I want this. So control me. We don't want to get controlled by anyone, do we? No. कोई कोशिश भी करता है, far. Okay. Don't try to control me. But the nature of Bhagwan is, he wants to get controlled and is happy to get controlled. Please, he's begging. Amare kinniya lo bola bola hari. Nityan Prabhu is saying, purchase me, buy me. I really want to get controlled. Please control me. I'm begging you, control me. Imagine, he's so down to earth. We don't want to get controlled, and he's happy to get controlled. And this is what he's expecting from us. Please control me. Why you don't control me? Take me home. स्कूल में वो एक सॉन्ग याद कराते थे, कंट्री होम, टेक मी होम. ओके टेक मी होम. भगवान बोलते मेरे को घर ले जाओ भाई. So Arjun is one category of friend, and another category is Uddhav, also Sakha. Krishnasya Daita Sakha. Vrishninam Parva Mantri. Krishna's Daita Sakha. Brahaspati Shishya Sakshat Uddhav Buddhi Sattama. The titles of Uddhav. You heard of Uddhav? Very intimate friend of Krishna. Why? What is the difference between Arjuna and Uddhav? Krishna never revealed his heart of his gopis to Arjuna. Never. कोई अपने गर्लफ्रेंड की बात किसको बोलता है? सबको बोलता है? हाँ? Yes. To intimate ones. So Krishna revealed his heart only to Uddhav. Uddhav, I'm feeling separation from my gopis. Gacha Uddhav Vrajam Saumyam Pitro na Pitri Mahmanam Gopi Nammay Viyogadi Ma Sandesh Vimochaya. Oh beautiful Uddhav, please go to Vrindavan. Pacify my parents. They'll be in separation from me. They must be in separation from me. But when you approach my gopis, don't try your knowledge there. It won't going to work there. But mas sandesh vimochaya. Just give my sandesha, my message to them. Because they will only understand my language. They will not understand your knowledge. Intellectual level, yes. So he revealed to Uddhav, not to Arjuna. So Uddhav very near and dear, but still Uddhav also have some distance. Uddhav cannot snatch food from the mouth of Krishna, and neither Krishna can do this. So there are third categories of friends, Sakhas of Krishna. That is only in Vrindavan. Their name is Subal. एक सुबल जी यहाँ बैठे. Subal, Sridham, Madhumangal, Stot Krishna, all these names. They are so close and intimate. If you hear this, you will say, what kind of Bhagwan is Krishna? You know what he's doing? He's jumping on their shoulders. And he liked that Sakhas, his friends, jump on his shoulder. And if they are eating something good, Malpua, Krishna is very fond of Malpua. anyone is eating malpua, Krishna snatched from their mouth and eating this. And if Krishna is eating that gulab jamun, the friends, they are snatching from the mouth of Krishna and eating this. Isn't it offense? This is what he wants. His all desire got fulfilled. I really wanted this kind of friends who are so close and intimate. They never feel any difference. And what they say? Krishna is dancing on the hoods of the snake, Kaliya, to subdue Kaliya, right? And he's showing so much, he's showing, like his heroism. Showing so much, I have strength. But what Sakhas are saying? This is nothing, huh? Leave it. बोले हमारे पसीना छूट गया नाचते नाचते तो बोल रहे कुछ नहीं है. So this is nothing. It's not your strength. You can't do this. Krishna said, and who is doing this? This is blessings of your father, Nanda Baba. Because of his blessings, you can do all these miracles. Otherwise, you have no strength. Krishna lifted Govardhan hill, 7 miles. Just on his pink feet. 7 miles, big hill. Krishna is showing his heroism there. But what Sakhas are saying, don't worry, our sticks are also there. And don't think you are only holding this, we are helping you with that. They never believe he is Bhagwan. This is what he really wanted to have, friends like Sridham, Subal, etc. And there is one who is Madhu Mangal. He is little chubby, big, and he is fond of sweets because he is Brahmin. Fond of sweets. Gujarati bhai sweet khate na? Very fond of sweet. Sometimes he is stealing sweets from their plates and eating. Very intimate. Krishna is so happy playing with them. This is what he wants. So he is friend with Arjun, he is friend with Uddhav, but he is most happy when he is friend from Vrindavan. This greed of Narsingh Bhagwan, the journey from Narsingh Bhagwan to Ramji got fulfilled, and then from Ramji got fulfilled in the pastime of Krishna. But then, even in the pastime of Krishna, his desires remain unfulfilled. He became greedy for something. And what is that? Krishna's best and best and best, the topmost, is his own potency called Haladini Shakti, means pleasure giving potency. And who is that? Radha Rani. Who is Radha Rani? The female counterpart of Krishna. Energy. When we say energy means female. So who is Radha Rani? Krishna wants to show the entire world what is the definition of love, and who can teach this? Only I can teach this. I spoke so much in Bhagavad Gita, but that is to uplift the human society to come to some standard and following some principles. But I want to show to everyone what is the definition of prem. What is the definition of unconditional love? So I can only teach this. And how will I teach this? So he expanded his energy from his left arm. And that's Radha Rani. Therefore, not two souls, just one soul and two bodies. If I am standing in midday and my shadow is there on the ground, if I embrace my shadow, is any fall? If I embrace anyone, everyone will say, what is doing? Embracing anyone? It's not fair. What if I am embracing my own shadow? Is anything wrong in that? Who is Radha Rani? Just expansion from Krishna. Bhagwan is full of pleasure. So that pleasure potency of Bhagwan appears as Radharani. So if he's embracing Radharani, or if he's playing with him or with her, and manifesting so many pastimes, what is wrong in that? And on the top of that is Bhagwan. So we try to relate with him, which is not fair. Example is like sun globe, and how many rays comes from sun globe? Any countability? How many rays? And then one ray penetrates through the window, and we see so many small particles in that, taking shelter on that one ray. That one small particle is me. And who is Krishna? Our origin? The sun globe. What is there any point of comparability? No. So Radharani is there with Krishna to show what is the meaning of unconditional love. By seeing this, by hearing about us, one will develop a greed also, that I also want to serve you like Radharani is serving you. Therefore, if you go to Vrindavan, you will find everyone speaking what? Krishna Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna. क्या बोलते हैं? क्या बोलते हैं? इतनी धीरे कोई नहीं बोलता. The rickshaw puller, what they call? अच्छा. And shopkeepers, they are greedy to get money. They are selling so many things, and they will call, "Hey bhaiya, come, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe." Everyone calls Radhe Radhe. Even if they fight with each other, first they say Radhe and then they start fighting. It's true. हाँ, हम तो रहे 20 साल. हमारे मंदिर के सामने घर है ना, छोटा छोटा घर. वो क्या करती है, बहुत चालाक है. सुबह सुबह 5 बजे ना, 5 o'clock in the morning, the lady cleaning her house and she throwing garbage in the neighbor, outside the neighbor door, to save her money to paying to those sweepers. And she is like every day this problem. And the neighbor lady comes out and starts shouting, "Radhe, why are you doing this?" First greeting Radhe and then start fighting. Getting Radharani support. So everyone calls out Radhe Radhe there. Because without Radhe, one cannot get Krishna. Now, I don't know how much time we have. If we say Krishna is so much love, then why he became so unpolite and rude, and he gave up her association? He only stayed 10 years, 2 months and 14 days in Vrindavan, reciprocating love with her, and she's giving her all love to Krishna. Krishna said, "Radhe, I cannot repay your love. My love is scattered to so many devotees, but your love is only for me." And once upon a time, Krishna told Radhe, "My bhakti hi bhutanam amritya kalpate." If anyone have one pointed devotion that called Ananya Bhakti, one pointed devotion for me, I'm very happy and pleased with that. One pointed. In Hindi we say Ananya Bhakti, right? Ananya means one pointed. Radharani said, "Oh, you speaking about Ananya Bhakti? We have Fananya Bhakti." बोलते फनन्य क्या होता है? Even Krishna is scratching. I never heard this word before. You know, just like we say, "Chai why pilo." So chai we understand what is why. इसलिए अनन्य फनन्य, Gurudev used to say this. Ananya means one pointed, but Krishna said, "What is fananya?" Then gopis asked this question. First, you tell us what is meaning of Ananya. He said, "Ananya is very simple. Those who don't know anybody except me, don't to worship any other demigods except me. This is Ananya." Radharani said, "Okay, so here you go. Our definition of word Fananya means, you know there are many other personalities besides you, but we don't even know that anyone exists. We only know that only you are our beloved. There is no other anyone who exists. This is called Fananya Bhakti. And Krishna is always stretching, always get defeat. Once upon a time, we all heard the best of all the pastimes of Krishna is when he's dancing with all his gopis. And how many of them? 100 million. How is possible? Ek vichara Krishna with 100 million gopis, and he's reciprocating with everyone. Amazing. He played his flute, which is his only weapon, to attract everyone and to kill everyone. Every avatar had weapons, right? Narsimha Bhagwan, what weapon he had? Nails. Ramji? Parshuramji?
Axe.
Vara Bhagwan? Club. Kalki Bhagwan?
Sword.
आएंगे अभी.
Sword.
Sword, yes. And Krishna is what weapon? Sudarshan Chakra in Dwarika. But in Vrindavan is always holding a very sharp weapon. It's called flute. Which are three: Vamshi, Venu and Murali. Different size. It's like 3 mobiles in your phone. Different size. Venu is different, Vamshi is different, Murali is different. And therefore we sing this bhajana. Muraliya baje re Yamuna ke teere, Muraliya baje re Yamuna ke teere, ha Yamuna ke teere, Muraliya baje re. मेरे पास lyrics नहीं. Yamuna ke teere, शाम तेरी बंशी बजे धीरे धीरे, बजे धीरे 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 यमुना के तीरे तीरे, शाम तेरी बंशी बजे धीरे धीरे. हाँ, तो कभी बंशी, कभी मुरली, कभी वेणु. So this is a weapon, troubling everyone, attracting everyone, troubling everyone. Anyone who's heard this sweet song of flute, when Krishna touched his lips, attracting everyone, just by hearing that, so many of them, they just faint. Faint with love. No. So this is the only weapon. So when he played on flute, all the gopis, they came running to Krishna. And when they came to Krishna, Krishna asked them, Swagatam Mahabhaga. Swagatam means welcome, welcome. Priyam kim karwani ma? Why you all came here? Gopi said, very strange. You invited us, and we arrived, and now you're saying, what makes you bring here? Sachin is invited everyone. If you show at the door, Sachin says, oh, thank you so much. Welcome, but why you came? So strange, huh?
That was the look 1 week.
Huh?
That was the look 1 week walked in.
That was a look, huh? Why you are here? Acha. So, gopis are also not less. This is what Krishna wants to hear. Priya yadi man kore kore bharsan ve stuti haite hare moirman. Now gradually I'm taking off. You know, like pilots say now 35,000 feet and 45,000 feet. So the flight is going up now. Gopis are not less. And Krishna said, I'm fed up of hearing those prayers from the Vedas. Brahmins are chanting those Vedas prayers, I'm tired. What I want to hear? Words of abuse from my beloved gopis. प्रेम से कोई गाली भी देता तो अच्छी लगती है ना, और गुस्से में very rude, unpolite. और प्रेम से तो just like yeah, just one example. Why you came late? How rude it is. और अगर वाइफ बोले हस्बैंड से थोड़ा पहले नहीं आ सकते थे और कटाक्ष करके एकदम. So I hope you all understand. ये होता है रोज लाइफस्टाइल में. So in this way, Krishna, he loves to hear these words, the rude words and the statements from his beloved ones, not from demons. That's a different dealings. But with the family members, whatever you can say with loving words, all tolerable. The gopis are not less. They said, "It's Vrindavan. Everyone have access to come to Jamuna. What is your problem? We are not here for you. We just came to see how moon is shining and soothing and the waves of Jamuna. What is your problem?" Krishna said, "No, go back and serve your husbands. Dushilo, Durbhago, Vriddho, Jardogo, Adhanabhiva." Krishna is giving knowledge there. No matter how husband is, bad character, poor, sick, the duty of wife is always to serve husband. Krishna is trying to test and say, "Go back and serve your husband. Don't come. This is midnight. There's so many ferocious animals. You are not even scared." Krishna said, "I'm giving you one example. Then you will understand. Once upon a time, there was one couple, husband and wife, and husband, he came after his business tour, say 1 year. He was separation from his wife. Wife was feeling separation, and now they are together. And he ate, and he just slept next to his wife. She's sitting, and he just slept there on her lap. He slept on her lap, his head on her lap, and she saw her child crawling, going to the stove, this fire. Now she's thinking, what is my duty? So who's saying this? A story fabricated by Krishna. A story fabricated by Krishna. So that wife is thinking, what is my duty? If I will run to save my child, then my husband is so tired, I'm disturbing his sleep. And if I don't, then my son will go in fire. What is my duty? She's just thinking and thinking. And she's coming to the conclusion, my only duty is to serve my husband. And God will take care of my child. Understand? So she was just sitting there and watching, and finally the son jumping into that fire. Now she started crying. The tears fell on her husband, and he woke up. What is the problem? Why are you crying? And she's pointing out, see my own child. They both ran to save the child, and child already in fire. But he's playing there. He's playing there on one flower. Because the chastity of her wife, mother, for the child, because of her mood of serving to her husband, even fire forgot its nature to burn and giving soothing effect to the child. Krishna said, similarly, you all go back and serve your husbands. Gopi say, "Arey वाह 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 वाह, कितनी अच्छी कथा सुनाई ना? You are always making stories, Krishna. Okay, we have answer for your question. Now for your story. You made one story, we also have to say one story." Krishna said, yes, what is your story? Gopi said, you took example of husband-wife, here also giving example of one husband-wife. In your example, you said the husband came back after his business tour. In our example, we want to say there's one newly married couple, just married, and husband said, now I have to go for 2 years, another country for my business tour. No, I can't live without you. You have to take me with you. No, you can't go there. You can't go there. Only I have to go. No, I will die in your separation. And finally he pacified her saying, I will make a statue like me. You speak to statue. You eat with statue. And I'll be just coming in 1 year. In 1 year flies. Time flies very fast. And finally she agreed to that. Husband made a statue exactly like him. And he left. Now she's speaking to that statue, thinking he's my husband. And it was just statue. And after 1 year, husband came back, knocked the door. Hello, open door. Who are you? I'm your husband. You are a liar. My husband is just in the house. I'm speaking to him. We are eating together. Who are you? Gopis asked this question to Krishna. Now you tell. What is the duty of that wife? What is she supposed to do? Krishna said, it's that simple. You're making so difficult. It's that simple. She has to open the door and welcome her husband. Why? Because he's a real husband. And inside house is a statue. Gopi said, here's the answer for your question. Those husbands, they're just like statues. And only you are our ideal husband. Krishna again scratching. So I'm not concluding here, but it's very detailed. Maybe you all thinking, what strange story is this? Actually speaking, Paramatma is sitting in everyone's heart. And every life we get different parents. ऐसे तो guarantee नहीं है कि we'll get the same husband, same wife and same parents every lifetime. No guarantee, sir. But Paramatma never change. He's same. The permanent situation. Paramatma always dwells in the heart. And he's only one who always remain in all lifetimes. Even if we have million and billion of births, he never changed. But all our relatives, they change. In a different circumstance, in different families, different countries, different universes. But he remains same in everyone's heart. So, what I have just said, the big philosophy behind this, but there's so much time left. In this way, coming to the conclusion, concluding words, Krishna became greedy, also greedy. What is that present in Radharani, which is not present in me? Just like Nrsimha Bhagwan was saying, what is present in Prahlad, which is not present in me? Krishna also wondering, what is present in her, which is not present in me? I am the Lord of universe. I am the Lord of lords. But her prem, her love is more than me. What is the beauty of that prem? I want to taste that. I can't. As Krishna, I can't. So Krishna folded his hands and saying, oh Radhe, I cannot measure your love. I cannot repay your love. But I really want to repay your love. I want to show to the entire world what is the glories of your love. Which even me Krishna, I cannot understand this. But I want to understand this only if you can help me. Radharani said, how can I help you? And how you want to? Because I'm always there to serve you. How you want to taste this? Krishna said, just for 48 years. Just for 48 years. I want your complexion. Krishna complexion is what? Sham. Means bluish black. And there's many reasons why it's like this. We discussed yesterday with Sachin Prabhu. not going to detail in that, but it's not just randomly become black. There's some reason behind this. There's a reason behind why it's black.
आरती
बस
करने
एक
वाला
मिनट में फिनिश करो. Just 1 minute. So he begged to Radharani, please give me your complexion and also give me your sentiments. Radharani said, what are you going to do with that? I'm going to, with your sentiments and with your complexion, I want to taste that love which you have and I don't have. That love which only you have and I have no access to that. But because of your support and help, I want to get access to that and I want to make everyone get access to that. I'm not miser. Krishna is not miser. Suppose we have 500 gulab jamuns. I also want to taste, I also want to distribute because I have ample supply. There is no scarcity. That's the generous nature of Krishna as Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Vijay Prabhu, Bengali to sab jane. That's the glory Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the reason when you go to our Govindji Gaudiya Math, you see, next to Radha Krishna, two personalities standing there, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Also you see here. This is what I wanted to say. Actually, my story starts from here. That's the interval, a break. The conclusion comes after interval. है ना? Picture भी देखते हैं ना, movie देखते हैं ना. Interval तक suspense चलता है. But after interval another 1 hour, then is the conclusion. So this part is interval. Krishna wants to spread the glories of Radharani because she is always serving him. And her love is unparalleled. Krishna wants to have access to that love and he wants to make everyone in the entire world to get access to that. Therefore he came again in Kali Yuga, in this age, 540 years back, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Means Krishna with black complexion, but because he begged for that golden complexion of Radharani, he adopted that complexion and he changed from black to golden. And as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is chanting day and night, Krishna, 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 Krishna. In our school days, in history books, we used to read the story of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But that was just like a study book. They're saying Mahaprabhu is a devotee. A bhakta tha, or day and night he was chanting. But that's not the philosophy about it. And there are hundreds of evidence from the scriptures in Srimad Bhagavatam itself, giving the evidence. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, who is, or in other words, very simple to understand. बोलते हैं ना, पहले मुर्गी आई कि पहले अंडा आया? बताओ तो। दोनों एक साथ है। ये अभी तक सॉल्व नहीं हुआ। Very ordinary, simple example which has nothing to do, but just for reference. When Krishna expand Radharani from his left arm, then becomes Radha and Krishna, but they both are same. When they merge together, they become Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it's difficult to say that before Mahaprabhu existed or before Krishna, Radha Krishna existed. Because from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Radha Krishna divided. And when they come merge together, they become Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what is the glories of him? He is Mahavidanya. Mahavidanya means most generous personality, a big donor who came to give all of us what? That unconditional love. That prem, which is called spiritual prem, where there is no conditions applied and it is so pure in nature. It's so pure in nature. This is what Mahaprabhu came to give. And that's why we as Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because through him we can learn and adopt and accept from him of great blessings, which is called Krishna Prem, by which we can control him, controlling not in a negative sense, but he wants to get controlled, and because he wants to get control, he's happy in that. We want to give him happiness. For his pleasure, we want to control him, and the only means of controlling him is prem. And how to develop that prem? कैसे प्रेम होता है? एक दूसरे के बारे में बार बार सोचने से, रिमेम्बर करने से, ध्यान लगाने से. And in this Kali Yuga, Kali Yuga केवल नाम, only by chanting the Mahamantra, which was propagated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one can get this Krishna Prem. So that Mahamantra is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Kevalam, Kalo Naste. This is what I wanted to say. There were so many more kathas. I skipped those for some other programs. I will continue with my preaching in that. So thank you so much. Please bless me, all of you, so that I can continue serving all of you and all devotees around the world with my last breath, only speaking about Krishna and preaching about Krishna. Thank you, Ji. Hare Krishna. Hare Priya Vijay or Sachin Prabhu, thank you so much for hosting for this program. Hare Krishna. Ji.
So thank you again, Maharaji, and please give a round of applause. So we will quickly have Aarti right after this, but just a few brief announcements just in case you came after. This program will continue for about 10 more days. The next program will be Monday. So Monday, tomorrow, there's another commitment, I believe. And Monday will be a program at Emma Bibi's house in the back. You can raise your hand if you don't know her. She's in the back in the evening, 5 to 7. Is that correct? 5 to 7. Monday is also Ekadashi. So Ekadashi Prasad will be there. Then there will be program on Wednesday. Wednesday, that will be in the north side, northwest, I should say, Katy area at Karan Bedi's home. He's not here today, but we can share his contact, and we can also share with you the program schedule. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the temple. Sunday, of course, being the inauguration festival. If you would like to host Maharaj, Tuesday and Thursday evenings are open. So you can talk to one of us if you'd like to have a program or invite Maharaji to your home. That being said, I request everyone to please stand up in just a second. But
The prasad.
oh,
Maharaj will say, Abu.
it's okay.
No, I wanted that we should honor prasad like we langar system in temples. In that way, we can maintain so much purity. Otherwise, if we have a buffet system, it's always like we eat and we go and we touch, and everyone also taking. So langar system is always good. This is my request. You can follow.
And my request is if we can make rolls here and also in outside Garmi. If you want outside as well, but if we can stay in this area, it's just easier to clean.
Yes.
If everyone sits everywhere, it's
बैठ
really
जाएंगे इधर सब आराम से.
either here and even in that corridor is fine. But we'll come and serve.
So we will come and serve you just after Aarti. You all
Just
can
make
serve.
rolls.
Yeah, just sit down in a row and people will come and serve.
Last thing I request is that Maharaj and I actually just, if you don't mind, Maharaj and I had a discussion yesterday that, should we keep Katha very simple? Should we keep Katha very simple? Because we're having some senior devotees here and also some new. So what to do? So I requested Maharaj, please, enough of the simple. Let's go 35,000 feet, 45,000 feet, 60,000 feet. right? 100,000 feet. And somehow we request Maharaj that today is like a foundational day. Many of you may already know this. And we're at 35,000 feet. But following kathas, we request Maharaj, take us to 45,000, 50,000, 100,000, like that. And gradually give us that Shuddha Bhakti, that Krishna Prema, that flavor, that mood that we want to have. So, if, for example, you're coming and this is a little bit over you, then talk to one of us after the class. But otherwise, sometimes, just like when we go to college, first time we go to class and we still have the high school brain, but then they throw us. They say, okay, you have to do trigonometry, you have to do calculus, blah, blah, blah. And we just learn it, right? After some time, we just learn it. So the same way, give us that trigonometry of Krishna Prem and give us that higher class Harikatha. So request Maharaj. And I hope you all don't mind also, and you all feel the same way. So without further ado, we'll do a quick short aarti. I know it's late, but hopefully it's Saturday. We have a 3-day weekend. Monday's off. So appreciate your patience. We'll do aarti in the temple room. Otherwise, for those of you who want to help serve, we'll just clean up in this area a little bit and organize after the aarti. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
I told him anybody
मैं बोल रही थी ऐसे मुझे आना है
Thank you, Bharat.
કેમ છો નારાયણ તમે કેમ છો બસ બસ
She's okay now. She didn't have to go to we're trying to get her.